Hey guys, Nick here from Just For You Studios, and welcome back to another movie review. Today I have not one, not two, three movie reviews for you. Because this is Just For You Studios. So, let's start off with the first movie review, and that is RoboCop. This is the 2014 version, and yes, I have seen the older, original one. And I'm just gonna make this kind of short, simple, to the point. I like the original better. I honestly did. The only thing really that kept me from liking this more is the action scenes. I think the plot wasn't. I almost felt this was what a reboot should be. They keep the general concept, but completely different direction. I loved that about this movie. It was so different from the original, but it was good. I just like the original better. Just because of kind of the cool things they did with it. Like, what I was saying about the action that they did do in this movie was phenomenal, amazing, great job, but it felt like there wasn't enough. There could have been some more bigger action scenes instead of a couple here, there, smaller but cool action scenes. I think a lot more. I was expecting to be like a robot war, cities destroyed, just Transformers only human-sized, pretty much, is what I was kind of expecting, and I was kind of let down. I guess he's a cop, not like Robo-Soldier, but RoboCop. And I guess that kind of makes it, But that's kind of how I felt about the movie. So, date night rate, I'm going to give it like a 1.5, maybe a 2 stars. Because there was a romance side, but it was very underplayed. The wife wasn't the, oh, I love you, I'll stick by your shoes. The, let me see my husband. That was the type of role she had. So there wasn't too much of a romantic style thing going for that. I'm going to give this movie a 4 out of 5 stars on a normal scale. Because, yeah, you should, if you're going to see it all, I'd see it not on a date. Because you'll enjoy it more that way, I guess, if you can kind of just focus in. And it really helps if you see, well, I'd say if you haven't seen the original, but you want to see this one, don't see the original then, and just watch this one. You'll love it so much more. It's like that whole Avatar thing where when you see the movie, you're like, oh, that's cool. And you haven't seen the show, you're like, oh, yeah, that's a good movie. I liked it. And then as soon as you see the show, you're like, that show was amazing. How come the movie wasn't like that? What? It was kind of like that. So if you haven't seen the original, go see the new one. If you have seen the original, I'd say, unless you're a big fan of it, don't bother. But next one, 3 Days to Kill, which for some reason, I call it 3 Days to Die. But honestly, I don't really get why it's called 3 Days to Kill. Someone did explain it to me, but it doesn't really make sense. 3 Months to Kill would have made more sense, but if you see the movie, you'll get that. But the title I didn't really understand, but apparently you can understand it, but personally I wasn't a huge fan of it. But the movie was good. It was fun. And it was a very cool idea. I really liked it. I thought Flow Knife's potential was great. It was awesome. RoboCop's just a classic. This one was just fun overall. It reminded me a lot of Alex Cross. But 3 Days to Kill, I recommend it. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. It was a great movie. Enjoyed it. It would actually be a pretty good date night rate. I'd give it a 4 out of 5 stars. So, next on the list is Son of God. Now, this goes with the miniseries The Bible, which came out last year, midway through last year or something, I don't know. But this goes along with that, and you can tell it was kind of made for TV, but it flowed decently well in the theaters. So, it was great, honestly. My reaction when I was seeing it, the first half, you weren't really in the world. You're just in the theater going, oh yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, he's flowing on water. That's cool. Oh, yeah, that's cool. You know, and you're like, for the first half of the movie, you're like, oh yeah, that's cool. He's Son of God. He can do all this cool stuff. The second half, you just dive into the world head first. It just takes you in. The second half is where it starts getting serious with the crucifixion and all that stuff. You just dive straight into the world, and you're like, oh my gosh, you aren't even paying attention. Someone in the seat next to you could be like, hey dude, just poke. You wouldn't even know. You'd be like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen now. And you know the story of the Bible, but you're still like, oh my gosh, oh wow. The actor who played Jesus in the movie did a great job. I liked him, but it was a great movie. It was pretty much Passion of Christ. It was a lot like that, well, except for a couple differences. One being it's in English, which it kind of helps, just a little bit, when understanding what's going on. But another thing is that the devil wasn't in it. Now, I've heard rumors that originally he was going to be in it, but he looked too much like Obama. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Alright, just not gonna get all political with you guys, but I'm just gonna move on. And yeah, also, yeah, it could have had a little bit more. Honestly, you saw these at the end, when the credits rolled, they showed some of the clips that they went along and said, nah, let's not include that in the movie. It was already like a 2.5 hour movie, but I would honestly have preferred 3-hour movie and seen all those extra clips. They filmed so much more than what they just included in the movie. It was great. I would love to just buy all the stuff they filmed in, and that includes like the Obama Devil, but I want to see just all the footage they filmed and to see what the movie could have been. I mean, I want to see some of their footage just to see what it's like, because they like narrowed it down as much as they felt was a reasonable amount, but they did chop off all this stuff over here, which would have been interesting to see. But I'm going to give it a 4.5 stars, and on date night rate, kind of religious, which on a first date you might not really want to jump into too much, but if it's on a normal day, I don't know, maybe a 3.5 stars, or, yeah, I'll say 3.5 stars for Son of God. But Son of God was probably, honestly, kind of my favorite of the movies. I don't want to give it a perfect 5 out of 5, because they didn't include all those extra scenes, which just would have made the movie really long, but really interesting, and I would like to see that. So, just because of that, I don't want to really give it the perfect 5 out of 5 stars, but that was the one I enjoyed the most, with Son of God. But 3 Days to Kill had a lot to offer, and RoboCop. If you just included a lot, just more action scenes, I would have given you a 5 out of 5, but nope, or even a 4.5, but nope, aren't gonna let me do that, nope. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. Please like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with all your friends, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay classy, and I'll see you later. Bye! Woo!